literary titan.
These awards.
Yeah.
They just keep giving them.
There's so many. No.
Is there any physical ones? They give you physical ones?
Yeah, so the North Texas Book Festival gave me an award, actual trophy, I mean. That's what I mean. That was pretty cool.
Trophy thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Normally they'll just send you like the stickers to put on your books.
And is that something where it lives in the graphics that are printed out? In Amazon is where you buy it?
So you can buy it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble online, any kind of digital format place has it, like Kobo. And yeah, it's on Apple iBooks, it's on Kindle. It's if you want to get it in print, Barnes & Noble is the best, or Amazon.
So I can go to a Barnes & Noble right now. They don't have what makes them want to put it
you
on the shelf?
cannot go to Barnes & Noble right now and get it. Well, you can go and order it, and they'll order it for you. And yeah, then you can get it. But
what makes them get it on the shelf? Do you have to pre-order and put inventory at all the stores nationwide?
Yes, correct. So that would mean that I'd have to out of pocket all the expensive to.
Have you got a price on that? Do you know what
I have, and it did not make sense for me at this time to do that, because I would not be recouping any of that costs.
Yeah, not for years, or if any.
Right. So the only reason I would do that is if I start making a lot of money.
Yeah, and the shelf life.
Yeah.
How long does it stay?
Right.
Did they say a duration? Like,
no,
we need over 1 million books.
I think it's just supply and demand, and whatever they want to do, and how your book covers look, and you know.
Every once in a while, and what's great about Amazon, I'll get a piece of royalty, because somebody clicked the button, it printed it out, it wrapped it, and it shipped it to them, and that's what happens with this book. I buy it, they print it.
Right.
They may have some in pre-order.
Right.
But
right, so that's exactly what happens. So I have a couple different suppliers or publishers. So Ingram Spark is one, and they'll send it out to like Barnes & Noble and Amazon and what have you. And then I also go through KDP, which is the Amazon subsidiary company. So it's like Kindle publishing.
Okay.
So those are the two main ones I go through, but I'm also on Drafted Digital, so they send it to other digital places and platforms. So not in print, but ebook. So you can get it in France, Germany, Canada, India, all those places. So thank you to the Canadians, because they've been buying it.
Is it
and the UK as well?
What is
I
going
appreciate
on with
that.
Canadian, because like they bought more than any of the Americans so far.
No. It's mainly
Support.
Yeah, it mainly is sold in the U.S., so I get a lot of U.S. buyers. But recently, I've been getting more Canadian and U.K. buyers, which is nice. So
that's good. Yeah, even the film markets, like people are going to make films. People are watching more. People are paying for independent film out there more. So
maybe the indie market's better or something.
Yeah.
In those places, but yeah, I appreciate it. I thank them, because they're great.
Now, how long has the book been out there? How long has it been out?
So I just released my third book, which is Tree of Souls, and let me get this right here. This is it. I just released this one in December, actually this month, on the 15th. So just a few days ago, I just released it.
Wow.
Yeah, and the other one, The Watchers, this one has been. Oh, there we go.
That's okay.
I got it. Did you get it?
Yeah.
So The Watchers, basically, this one has been out since last year. That's when I published it. And then 2017 was The Outcast. So I've been putting one book a year out, basically.
No kidding.
Yeah.
One book out a year. So it's been 3 years. So did they ever tell you what a lifespan of a book is? When does it spur up? No one knows. Like, give me the example of Harry Potter. When did it start its
Well, I think as soon as she got it to her publisher, I mean, as soon as they put it in print, it was pretty much out there. But I think that's just because it was heavy.
Well, she already had a reputation before.
I don't think so. I think this is that. I mean, I could be wrong.
Who knows? Yeah.
I think that was her first big jump, was the Harry Potter series into market or publishing at all. I don't think she was working on anything else but Harry Potter at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you kind of didn't follow? What is there one that you parallel yourself to saying, like, we're in good timing? We're in good timing because, and it all varies. But this person that was new released a book, and it didn't pick up until 3 years. Some people didn't do it full 5 years. So it's all depending on the reader. Have you?
Right. Yeah. It all depends on the marketing, and I think word of mouth. And it could be years before people really start gaining traction. Like I said, I don't even know who's out there reading it. I'll have kids. I'll be at book signings, and I'll have kids walk by my table, and they'll see my book sitting out, and they'll stop and they'll stare at the book, and then they'll stare at me, and they're like, "Your book's in my school."
No way.
Yeah, so like I think that's the coolest thing on the planet.
How did that happen?
Well, so the libraries are ordering my books, which thank you. Yeah, so through Ingram Spark or my KDP accounts, the libraries get discounts, so they'll order my books. And either people are coming in asking for it, or they see it and they know it's doing well, so they're just going to order it for their libraries. So some of these kids are doing it, but it's school libraries
That's
too.
just it. We should get out there and get some moms to put a stamp on there. This is the best moral support for my teenager.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's a strong female protagonist.
Yes. And she's overweight.
Yes, at the beginning, yes, yeah. So I don't want to give anything away, but yeah.
She just has to drink a little blood, and she gets a little thin.
I can't give that away.
Oh, so I don't know what happens.
I can't give that away, but yeah. So that's why I think my character's a little bit more relatable because she doesn't have the perfect background.
Now,
to her, she's not perfect. I think she is, but
when I did that Mexican gang film, the Fort Worth City had to they went and watched it. They screened it without me knowing it. And
did they?
It was the Gang Prevention Network said, "No, we want to watch this.
Oh, wow.
Before you release this, because we want to know how it's going to affect the kids or whatever." And they loved it.
Yeah.
And so, is there a scenario that might happen here,
I think so. I mean, I think it's definitely anti-bullying for one. That could be the platform. It was basically she's very bullied.
Find your own channel. She finds her own channel a little bit. She finds her own way.
She finds her inner growth, most definitely. Yeah. And I think that's the key. I mean, people like the struggle because that's relatable. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like to me, I feel like you take someone that's perfect or cookie cutter or beautiful, and they get everything they want, but they don't understand. Like, why am I getting all this? Or I don't understand. Like, that's the problem I have with these things. With books out, young
Tell me what the
books.
problem is. What's the problem you have with books nowadays? What is this?
I already told you.
The problem with books is why you should read my book.
Well, no, I mean, okay, I'm not hating on Stephanie Meyer. Let me just first say that.
Oh, man.
She got my money. She already has my money. Okay, I bought her books. I read them. They were good. I'm just saying that like I wanted to put. I know I'm making it sound bad. So let me backpedal a little bit.
Yes.
No, I just think bring out the torches. Oh goodness, no, don't do it. No, but I think at the time I just really wanted to write a book about a strong female protagonist, but it took her a while to get there, to find that inner growth. So that was kind of the journey.
Yeah.
The journey's everything.
So
this is what life is.
Yeah, tell me now, do you think a parent would want their child reading this that would help them? Or do you think that it's
yeah. I've had people write me, younger readers who write me and say, this book changed my life. This book makes me feel like I can relate to Lorna, who is the lead character in my book, main protagonist. So just those words to me that means everything. That's why I write it. So
now describe her right now. Describe this teenage person, Lorna.
So Lorna.
Where did you get this name? How do you spell it?
Lorna Collins, Larna. I know it's not Laura, it's Lorna. And are you asking me how I got the name?
Yes.
So basically, I wanted a name that was not traditional, like a Laura. Nothing wrong with Laura. But I wanted a different name, but I also wanted one that I could kind of play with. And this sounds horrible, but to rhyme as far as like her being teased. So people call her Lardo in the book at the very beginning. I know it's horrible.
Now, what does she look like? The book describes it, but can you give me more description?
Well, at the beginning, or are you talking about later on in her journey?
The beginning. I mean, she must look pretty bad.
No, I don't think so. I think she's beautiful, but she doesn't.
On the inside.
And outside, but she doesn't see that. So,
wow.
But yeah, she's
just your average girl then.
Yeah, okay. Average. Yeah.
But she's overweight. Or
correct.
She may think that she's overweight.
Correct. She's overweight.
Okay.
I would not say like a huge amount or anything, but for her, she thinks she is. She's teased.
And she's
for
teased. Lardo. Yeah. Is there anything else that these? Does she get back at those people that call
she
her?
Does.
Oh,
she does get a little bit. Yeah. You'll have to read the books.
Humans now. Come on.
They're humans. The teenagers, yeah, that are teasing her are
And
humans.
she essentially is a human, but she has these extra.
I'm not. No, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
Okay.
Here, read it. Here's the book.
I'm just trying to get some insight.
Yeah.
Man, brag. That's interesting. You've got a lot of labels on this thing. It's really came. Man, I remember when you were just
Writing it.
concepting it. Yeah.
It was. It took me a long time to get there. A long time.